a very good reason why I don't come on here and address women. And that is what we're going to talk about tonight. You know what I'm saying? Cuz I done had it. I done had it with these grown man children. You know what I'm saying? With these grown man children that are so upset that I'm telling it like it is. You know what I'm saying? And that I'm holding them accountable, which is crazy. So like I said, as y'all come in, hit the like button, you know what I'm saying, share the live, because it's about to get real in the field. I know a lot of men ain't gonna like this. It is what it is. And for those, that want to run it back, it will be on my YouTube channel, which is in the link in my bio. My IG and the link to my YouTube is in my bio. So, that's what it is. So let's talk about it. And y'all know I love to bring in a traditional perspective, right? So anytime when you hear me talking about things like this, you always hear me revert back to tradition, what our ancestors did, how our ancestors viewed it. People know I'm a practitioner of Puerto Rican voodoo. I'm a devotee of Ifa. And so I'm very traditional in how I go about things. I'm even past traditional. I'm ancient. You know what I'm saying? I'm ancient in how I do stuff. So I don't address women in my content because it's not my place to do that. And to understand what I mean by that is when I come on TikTok, when I come on YouTube, when I come on IG, I'm on a public platform. You understand? So the minute when I click that button, I'm on a public platform. People from around the world can hear. People from whatever communities can hear. And it's speaking to the collective at that point, right? Because the content is open for men and women to hear it. And traditionally, right, from a communal standpoint, men dealt with men and women dealt with women on issues or code of conduct. You know what I'm saying? Peace to you, Queen. Peace to you. Yeah, as y'all keep coming in, keep hitting the like button because we going up tonight. So understand, when I'm speaking on these things, I'm speaking from a point of view of tradition. And so me as a man, I deal with the issues that men are facing, right? As far as how they're building their families, how their behavior is affecting the other gender. Now, when it's something that's going on with women, women can address each other. All right? Peace to you, Queen. So yeah, so women can address women. I'm going to address men. Because traditionally, when a boy was growing up and about to go through adolescence and things like that, he was handed to other men to teach him manhood. He was handed to other men to have to learn things about being a man, and women were given to other women in the community to learn the values and the principles of what comes with womanhood. And within that, how to navigate their own personal personalities, their own individual personalities in order to be able to blend in society. And this is how, if you study societies across the world, even though people are individuals, they have codes of conduct that are something that everybody kind of has a blueprint to go by, right? And so an example of that would be like, if you study, for instance, like Nigeria, right? There's different personalities of women, but there are certain things structurally in place that ensures family continues, right? So you can get a woman that's louder or more boisterous or more, outspoken, and still be in alignment with a family, because that is what that society has created, right? And the crazy thing is who are the ones that put this structure in place for that? The men did. So the men are the ones who are putting structure down, and then the women are creating infrastructure and bringing the life into it. The women are bringing the life into it. The women are coloring it and making it something attractive when people see the culture, right? The women are filling it with life. This is how a man can give you a house and then the woman makes it into a home. The man can give you groceries and the woman makes it into a meal, right? The man can give you these structural things that the woman creates into magnificence. That's nature. All right. So when we're looking at this, I'm never going to come on here and start pointing my finger and chastising women. Why? Why would this is what you have to realize. All of those women that are listening to me, right? They're not my women. Okay? I address the women in my life. So the women that I deal with, I address them. And I tell them, what I expect, the things I'm not cool with, the things I don't agree with, the things I'm not going for. They're the ones who get that sheet of how to deal with King Brujo. They're the ones who get the structural thing of how does King Brujo run his family? How does he do his operation? Not the masses, because I don't deal with the masses. And men why do I as a man have to get women ready to date you? Is that your woman or is that my woman? Why I have to get a woman ready to date you? Because that's what that is. For me to come on here and start telling women how to conduct themselves, telling women how they need to be acting, and all this old weird ass shit. What am I doing? Just getting them ready for a man that wasn't strong enough to lay down his foundation? Getting a man ready that's not strong enough to lay down his foundation. I'm supposed to prepare her for you. Me, I'm preparing her for you. No, family, let's make it make sense. I told you I'm not going to play with them tonight. Keep hitting the like button. We over 2K likes. Keep sharing. Listen, why do I as a man have to get the women ready to receive you? Ain't you the one that's supposed to be setting a foundation for your family? Aren't you the one that's supposed to be letting her know your value system? Aren't you the one that's supposed to be doing that? Why do I have to impose that? Because my value system might be totally different from yours. I'm traditional Isheshe, Ifa, Voodoo. I have a whole nother code of conduct I operate on and a whole nother system of value. Why do I have to be the one to train women for you? What do I look like? I'm not doing that. You need to be the one to let a woman know your value system. You need to be the one to let a woman know, I'm not cool with this. I'm not cool with that. I expect this from women that I'm dealing with. You're supposed to do that. Because if I have to do that for you, just give her over. That's my woman. What are you talking about? And this is what men don't understand. Listen, yo, I don't want no men giving all that type of direction to a woman I'm dating, because I'm the structure. Why do I want another man directing my woman, telling her how to treat me? She don't respect me enough to treat me good. The only men in her life really should be doing that is her elders. So that's another thing. Her elders can go check her in that way and give her that type of direction. That should come from her uncles. That should come from her father, her grandparents, older cousins, older brother, stuff like that. What? And this is what men don't understand, because they're not really masculine anymore. They're weak as hell. Like so you want me to come on there and teach women how to treat you? You can't tell them? Or they can't see how you carry yourself to know how to treat you? That's what you're telling me? You're telling me that you don't carry yourself strong enough that a woman off the top know, like, he not going for the bullshit. You don't carry yourself in that way? And I'm supposed to tell her to submit to that? No, that's not what I'm going to do. Then I understand that it's treacherous out here for women. I'm never going to come on here and tell women that they need to be submitting to all these men. No, the women I deal with understand what I'm about. So they don't have a problem to cooperate with whatever I'm bringing forth in my structure. So that has nothing to do with another man's house and how he do his stuff. Some of these men, they be running fucked up situations. I would never get on here and just tell women they need to be submitting to this man and that man. For what? Dude, no, because every man don't even deserve that type of cooperation. This is the thing too. People don't realize that the ability to mate and procreate is a privilege. That is not something that's a given. And this is the thing. Men think that they're born on the world and that they're already entitled to pussy, and they're not. And they're not. And they're not. Just because you were born as a male does not mean that you're entitled to have sex. The strongest men and the men that were actually capable, they had the access to the women. This is where the concepts like polygyny started to come into place in traditional societies, because the strongest men, the warriors, they took the brunt, right? So they might have had more than one queen. Now, the rest of the people in the middle somewhere, they would pair off with another queen. You know what I'm saying? With another woman. They would pair off and then they would build their families. Now, the ones at the bottom, y'all don't get shit. You don't get the right. You not passing your weak ass genes, dog. The ones at the bottom that, we talk about on here that have such the biggest mouths, y'all don't get nothing. And if you did, you get the women that are not able to really be within society a certain way. You know what I'm saying? This is what it is. Y'all get the bottoms of you get nothing, or you get the ones that people don't want. Because the strongest ones, they done took 2 or 3 of the strongest women that was in the community, right? Then the ones in the middle that's not maybe on that status, they at least got off to pair off with somebody. That's how societies works. That's tradition. So I'm not going to come on here and play with weak ass men. I'm not going to get on here and play with weak ass men that don't understand this. They think, you said get nothing? Yeah, the women outnumber men. And that's why the men that were the strongest were the ones that got most of the women. Don't come on here with that dumbass logic. The ones that were at the bottom, they didn't get shit. You don't get nothing. You don't get no pussy. You're done. You're done. This is what they don't understand. And I got to come on here and be blunt like that. This is how these things were instituted. This is how we got to this point. So realize, like, what I'm telling you is coming from a traditional, the strongest societies right? That we still will want to emulate today. The strongest societies had these certain systems in place. As a man, I'm not coming on here and addressing a bunch of women about how they need to conduct themselves. Now, what I will do, and this is why women listen to me, is come on here and expose the fuckery that men do. Is expose the fuckery that men do. So when women listen to my content, they get a glimpse into the minds of what to look out for and run away from, or, you know, maybe how they can go about things to understand from a man's point of view. This is why women will listen to my content, or because they'll listen to the spiritual content that I put out. So other than that, that's what it is. And see, we got the beta males that come on here talking about pandering. You know what I'm saying? We have the beta males talking about pandering. Peace to you, Real Voodoo Bay. Real Voodoo Bay, you connected to Isheshe in tradition in Nigeria. I'm trying to explain to these men how just because they were born with a penis, they're not entitled to get vagina. They're not entitled to procreate. They're not entitled to pass their weak ass genes. They're not entitled to pussy. They're not. And this is why you gonna find systems where there were men that took on more than one woman, because those women are not gonna go fuck with the bottom of the barrel men that are weak as hell. They're not gonna do it. And then the ones in the middle are gonna pair off with capable husbands, and then they're gonna continue building their society. That is how traditions worked all around the world. Y'all think that you're entitled to women. And then when I come on here and tell you, I'm not about to address a bunch of women because I'm a man. I address men. I'm not addressing women's behavior. The women I deal with, I will address their behavior. The women that you deal with, you can address their behavior. I'm not doing that. That's nuts. That's what I'll be trying to tell these people. And then now King Brujo's devil. Now I'm the bad guy because I came on here and told you about yourself. See, the real reason why men hate when I come on here and talk to y'all is because I'm telling you real shit that they don't want y'all to know. They don't want y'all to know that, because when I gotta call them out, because I love my community. So as me being a person that's in a leadership position, I have to call out the nonsense in my own community, because that is the only way to get straightening. That's the only way to get straightening, is if men gonna call out other men. Because when women call out men, they don't listen and they don't take it the same. They want to make up excuses. They want to make up all these excuses about this, that, and the third. You know what I'm saying? So no, when another man gonna hold another man to the fire, that's when their emotions get touched and they come on here trying to get my channel knocked down and crying and doing all that weird ass shit that they do. Yeah, that's what happens, because they don't like the fact that in me addressing them in the nonsense that they do, it makes them now have to get held to the standard of excellence that they're not ready to rise to. These are men that still think that they can go dating and they're not even stable. How the fuck are you dating and you're not stable, B? Like, you should at least be stable before you go wasting women's time. Why are you wasting that woman's time and you're not even stable? See, when I come on here and say things like that, they get mad. But if they really understood deeper, they would thank me for that, because that's what your daddy should have told you. That's what your granddaddy should have told you. Because even for you as a man that's not stable to be dating, you're even subtracting from yourself, because you could have been building so much more. But instead of being able to build, you can't do that effectively, because you still have to deal with a woman who needs energy, who needs care. You still have to deal with that. And then on top of that, try to gain your stability. It's just hard to do that. So you shouldn't even be wanting to be out there sowing your royal oats. What the fuck did you build to do that? That's what I be talking about. They think that they're entitled to a woman. Like, real men gonna handle, real men gonna handle their business. And they get mad because I say, I'm not addressing women. I'm not gonna come on here and have a He-Man woman hater club. I'm not doing all that weird ass podcast shit that y'all be doing. Y'all want to go in the He-Man hater club, He-Man woman hater club, and y'all want to do all that old weird ass shit. I'm not doing that. No, go listen to somebody else's podcast with that. I'm not doing that. No. Because I was taught better than that. And if you really listen to your elders, your grandparents, it's the same thing. It's the same thing. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing. They don't like, yes, lioness. They don't like that that the stuff that I'm saying to them is making them have to step up. And that's the problem. They want to underachieve. How do you want to underachieve and then think that you have a right to some pussy? Yo, let's talk about it. If I'm being too raw, just let me know and I'll shut up. How do you underachieve? Right? Purposely, you want to underachieve. And then you think that you have the right to some pussy. And not only do they think they have the right to some pussy, they think that women should, like, whoever women's talking to them should just be open to just dealing with them. Y'all bugging. Y'all are bugging. Y'all are bugging. That's what I'm saying, fam. Y'all feel where I'm coming from. I'm just saying. Like, yeah, but that sugar mama shit don't last long, young boy. That's what I'm trying to teach your stupid ass. There's a difference between, you know what I'm saying, building a family, which is what's going to give you power as a man, and just hitting something and running off because a older woman used you as a toy. Dumb. And you got used up. You don't value your body. You don't value yourself. You don't value your energy. See, I gotta come on here and be daddy to everybody because y'all not understanding the shit I'm telling you because some goofy motherfucker might have raised you. That's what I'm telling, or walked out of your life. Y'all really want to underachieve and then come on here and think that you have an entitlement to get pussy and then get mad when the women don't want to give you pussy because you're a habitual underachiever. And you have the audacity to get upset because you're an underachiever and they don't want to give you no pussy. What is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? You're bugging, son. You're done. You're the fuck done. You're done. You're done. Go get something in life. Go get something in life and then revisit that conversation. That's what the fuck you need to do. And this is why I'm not going to come on here and be addressing women, telling women how they need to act, telling them that they need to be submissive to you weak ass motherfuckers. I'm not about to do that. I'm not about to do that. She's going to know when she runs into a man that has value to him, that has some self-esteem to him, that has some dignity about himself, and she will be compelled to respect that man. I'm not going to come on here and tell women that they need to respect all men. That's fucking weird. Because I know that a lot of men is on some bullshit, just like the one in these comments right now, talking stupid. Your granddaddies would be ashamed of y'all stupid asses. That's what I'm telling you. Then you want to come complaining about every goddamn thing. Why are you complaining about everything? Oh my God, why are you not addressing women? This and that. I know that the women in America are not perfect. Everybody have their issues all over the world. And when I run into those issues, I address them with the women I talk to. You address them with the women you talk to. That's how I be coming. That's how I'm coming. And whoever don't like it, oh the fuck well. That's why there's a block button. But y'all never hit the goddamn block button because you want to sit there and have something to bitch and moan about and point the finger at. That's why you never hit the block button on King Brujo's page. But you men have the option to do that, but you never do it. Because you need something to complain about. Oh, weak ass motherfuckers. And then you wonder why women don't respect you. Because what woman is going to respect a complaining ass man that complain about everything and never have some goddamn solutions? What woman's going to respect men that complain all goddamn day but never have solutions? That means you can't bring her solutions. So why would she follow you? Why would she cooperate with you? You never have no fucking solutions. You only have problems. Weird ass motherfuckers. And that's why I be having to come on here and scold them like that. Because fuck that. You're not going to try to shame me and say, oh, he's pandering. See, all the weak motherfuckers then jumped off the chat because it got too hot. Yeah. See, that's what happens. That's why none of y'all favorite podcasters will bring me on their platforms to have a conversation, but yet they'll put me in their videos and shit. They'll put me in their videos and then say all kind of simp shit and this, that, and the third, but they'll never have a conversation with me. They'll never come have a conversation. Why is that? Weak ass motherfuckers. All they want to do is complain, bitch, and moan. Don't have no solutions. The women are stronger than they asses. That's why the women never follow they stupid asses. Weird as hell. But make videos about me. Make videos about the king. Make videos about the king. What is wrong with you? What is wrong with y'all? Or make videos about the king. O'Shea Duke Jackson and y'all that be making videos about me, y'all weird for that. Y'all weird for that. Why? But nobody will come have a conversation with me. Nobody will sit and have that conversation. Yeah, they won't do that. That's why I address men. That's why I address men. Because if the men don't get it together and figure out how to get their structure right and how to build their families, guess what? We in a lot of trouble. We in a lot of trouble. See, they don't realize that women are the divine feminine. They're like water. They're going to take the shape of the structure that they're in. And if that's a fucked up structure, then the women going to be in fucked up shape. That's just what it is. They want to argue with women all day, make 500 videos about how they don't like American women. Exactly, Ebony. Exactly. That's all they want to do. They want to argue with women. What women I'm arguing with all day? I don't even argue with the women in my life all day. Like, cause what's so much we going back and forth about? I said what I said. Like, what is so much we going back and forth about? Y'all is bugging. And the sad thing is, there's so many weak males that women are running into that a lot of women don't even know what they're looking at. Like, so it skews the perception of women, right? So because the women run into so many weak males, because of the women run into so many men that don't stand on shit, it jades them to the point where they can say things like my queen on here, Empress, and say, I'm not submitting to nobody because I'm divine. You see how that is? Because she probably don't run into men that's even strong to know how that'll make him feel, to know how that'll make her feel. Like, this is what happens. This is what happens. Because there's so much sucker shit that goes on. But in reality, because Real Voodoo Diva, men and women submit to each other. That's why. They both submit to each other in different ways. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just a give and take. Y'all just don't like a word because it's English. But in another tradition, it wouldn't even be called submit. You know what I'm saying? It's just words and semantics that politics put into place. Like words like feminism or words like misandry or misogynist. These are just fucking words that's politically connected to things. And then when people hear them, it can just trigger a thing that's connected to a thing that's connected to a thing. So when somebody hears feminist, they're going to associate it to political parties. They're going to associate it to liberal. Then it's going to go to get associated with Democrat. And then it's going to be a whole mess. You know what I'm saying? That's how it is. All this politicized America terminology. It just makes it confusing. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. They just words. But it's a give and take. The men are not giving what they need to give in order to lead a family. That's the point of it all. When the men give what they need to give, then they will be able to have a place that's comfortable within their family, within their household, within, what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, words have meanings and vibrations. That's why these terminologies, it just makes everybody confused. Because when somebody says a thing, that's just like if somebody says LGBTQ, they're going to associate that abbreviation, they're going to associate that acronym to a political thing. When really, y'all just talking about relationships, different forms of relationships, right? But because words have gotten politicized and acronyms have got politicized, it can just make a whole eruption and arguments and things like that. Because then people start connecting them to political parties and things like that. Then we start getting into Republican and conservative conversations and then Democrat and liberal conversations, all this stuff. You know what I'm saying? So that's what that is with words. That's why I'm just traditional male. What I'm saying, my grandma didn't even go to school. My grandma barely went to school. You talking to me about words? So that's what it is with that. I know that when we start to see, men step up to the plate more, then we'll start to see different dynamics in America. And that's just why I address men. And I let women address women. And that's what it is. Don't come on here trying to pressure me, talking about you need to address these women in America because these modern women and this, that, and the third. Y'all created all that shit. Y'all let all that happen. All that modern women talk, all of that. Y'all sat back and let whatever situations in America transpire without fighting against it, and you let all that happen. Y'all complain about stuff that you see in the hip-hop community, but who sold out the hip-hop community? A bunch of men that at one point had control over their music, sold it out to record labels, and then the record labels took it and did what they wanted to with the music community. It's still going to fall back on men not standing up in the community, not doing what they're supposed to do, not protecting the community, selling out for $1. Now you're mad at the results. Step up, reject the bullshit as a unit. Don't play into it and take control back over your community so you can protect it. But no, I'm going to be just a bad guy. It's still the woman's fault. It's the woman's fault. For what? That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm... Zero, they calling y'all this weird shit. The modern women, they're modern men. Like, What are we talking about? So, I'm still gonna be the one taking a stand when I see dumb shit. The Passport Bro community, they don't like me. They're upset because I called them out. So what? You didn't have to put American women in the conversation. If you would have left American women out of the conversation, nobody would have even been talking about y'all. Okay, I would never have put a video up. I never would have had to go viral or none of that shit. But since y'all felt the need to bring in our American women in the conversation, then now me as a man that's here, that was born in America, now I have to see men attacking them and say, nah, y'all not gonna attack the women like that. No. You see? It could all be so simple. It can all be so simple. It could all be so simple. But it is what it is, family. But yeah, I just had to put that out there because I'm tired of these weird motherfuckers. Oh, why you don't address the women? Because I'm gonna address men. That's why. Because I was born a man and I'm gonna address men. That's why. And the women in my life, I will address them. Y'all can address the women that y'all deal with. Y'all can talk to amongst each other like that. Because like I said, I'm not preparing no women to go deal with you. I'm not coming on here telling women how they need to act so they can be better suited for you. I'm not doing all that. Y'all do that shit. Y'all do that. Yeah, they never talk about going to the Middle East and all that shit. Right. Yeah, traditional men provided for their families. Facts. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They should have left American women out of it. If they would have left American women out of it, I wouldn't have had nothing to say. But it's because of the attacks on American women that I had to speak on it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Island Girl, she said, I hope the Passport Bros are a small percentage. This is the danger, though. That small percentage, per se, has a big voice, right? So they have gotten to the point where they were able to get a voice that affect even men that's not Passport Bros. And then they impose those ideologies onto women. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just like anything, right? You can take a small percentage of people and amplify their voices, and it can infect other people, even if they're not Passport Bros, even if they don't consider their stuff to go travel, they will still start to stereotype y'all. You know what I'm saying? So that's the danger in it. It's not even just about actual Passport Bros. It's bigger. It's the message. And that message is going in the ears of young boys, you know what I'm saying, that's coming out of high school. It's going into young boys in college. And it's warping their view of women, even if they don't plan to travel. And it'll make them treat y'all different. So that's why people have to, when they see things like that and it start to gain traction, it have to be men that create the opposition and the opposite side of the voice to combat that, so that it don't take legs and it start to infect everybody. That's why that's important. You know what I'm saying? That's why that's important. But yeah, that's what it is for the night. Look, here come another one. You have no idea what you talking about. Listen, bruh. No face, no voice. Get a profile pic. No face, no voice. Shut your ass up. So that's what it is, family. I'm saying, I told you, I didn't come to play with these. I didn't come to play with them tonight. I really didn't. I didn't. No face, no voice, bruh. You know what I'm saying? So, that is what it is. Like, I'm not. These dudes are weird. Like I said, the tone of the Passport Bros and what they put forth is very dangerous rhetoric. It's very dangerous, the rhetoric that they put out. Because like I said, it infects the minds of younger men. Because what I tell y'all, men address men, women address women. So if you got a bunch of men, right, that's addressing men, and they're telling these men not to date American women, they're telling these men, American women is this, American women is that. They're infecting the minds of young men. You know what I'm saying? They're affecting the minds of young men. And yeah, it's poisoning. It's poisoning their minds. You know what I'm saying? And I'm a father to a young man. What the fuck? Like, I don't want him being affected with that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm very strong on these things. I'm very strong on these things for reasons like that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like I said, you're done. You're done. Once again, if that passport bro ideology, people, because it's not just passport bros, it's the ideology, right? The ideology that they're kicking out. This is the poison. Now, even when passport bros are not talked about, those same things that they brought forth, those same talking points, are going to be used by other men against women. And they would just twist it and turn it a different way. This is what it is. You see what I'm saying? And this is not going to be something that you're going to see die down so much. But when that ideology of treating women starts to change, right? They will notice the change in the women they deal with, because it will create it will create the cohesiveness, the give and take that we talk about. The give and take that people don't like to use the word submit, but it's just a give and take. You know what I'm saying? The man going to give something, the woman going to give something, and they're both going to take from the other what they gave. You know what I'm saying? And that process keeps going on, and they build and they build and they build and they build. That's what I'm saying, Ebony. A lot of them are over the age of 40, and they're infecting young men because they're elders. They're elders to the young men. Well, I don't like to use the term elder for them. They're olders. They're olders. They're olders to the young men. So those young men are impressionable about that. You know what I'm saying? They're impressionable about that. So, it is what it is, yo. They weird. They will blame the black woman for everything. For sure. They will blame the same woman that carried them through all the bullshit. They will blame her. The black woman carried the black man through everything. You know what I'm saying? In America. Yeah. And men do what's in their best interest, but they should be doing what's in the best interest in the community. They should be doing what's in the best interest of the community. And this is why certain men in the community were elevated, because those men did what's best for the collective. Right. Real men not going to come on the internet degrading women. Yeah, Stephanie. It's dope. A lot of men, because a lot of my content went viral, and a lot of men end up stepping up. Ain't no community because y'all let it die. That's why the fuck it's not no community. Here we go with the weird shit. Ain't no community. Ain't no community because y'all let other people invade it and do what they wanted with it. Cause y'all not warriors. That's why. You never picked the fucking sword up and swung that bitch. So you don't know nothing about defending a community. You don't know nothing about defending a community. You know what I'm saying? You can fix it. You can grab your nuts and have some respect and dignity about yourself and start getting that together and start fixing it. But y'all don't want to do that. Y'all don't want to do that. Y'all want to come on here and complain, cry, make excuses about yourself. Oh my God, woe is me. Man, nobody trying to hear that shit, bruh. Nobody trying to hear that shit. Fuck all that excuse shit. We not doing that. See? Y'all done got me on here being raw tonight. So, with that said, I'ma get with y'all. Follow my YouTube because I upload longer content on my YouTube. And I upload, like, the live that I do on here, I'll put them on my YouTube. Queen said, I'm an African and I pray that this cancer does not affect our men. I don't know, because Africa is trying to hold on. Africa is trying to hold on to a lot of things right now, but it's hard, man. It's hard. This infection. Yeah, Zero. I'm posting to YouTube soon. I got actually a lot of content right now that I've been putting up, but I have new content. I'm putting this on YouTube. And I got some dope videos coming up. Spiritual videos, because I know y'all be liking that content. So yeah. So that's what it is though, fam. I holler at y'all. Odabo.